Hello, readers. So again, today I want to teach you this. When your reading stops making sense, it's your job to do something about getting your reading on track. So let's talk about something that happened to me as a reader. So this morning, I was getting ready to read aloud to you, then this strange thing happened to me. I'll show you what I read and see if you can join me in noticing when I went, huh. So looking back at our book, The Year of the Dog, I read this page that we will read here on chapter 5, pages 20 and 21. So we're at the part where Pacey, or Grace as she's called at school, is in the cafeteria with her friend Becky, waiting to be served her spaghetti. By the way, I think we should call her Grace, as that's what her friends call her, and it'll help us keep track of who she is in our minds, since she has both a name that she goes by, her family, and a name that she goes by at school. So let's read the part that really made me go, huh. I shook my head. I don't think there's a year of the unicorn. Becky looked really disappointed, so I tried to think of something. But maybe during leap year or something they have a unicorn day. Really? What do they do on unicorn day? I scrambled, because now I was completely lying. They draw pictures of unicorns and hang them up. Sometimes there's a parade. Cool, Becky said, excited. Will you tell me when that day is? We can celebrate it. Okay, I said, but I hoped by the time the leap year came she would forget all about it. Like an alarm clock, the bell rang and we lined up to go into the cafeteria. It was Spaghetti Day! Yum! I love spaghetti, even though I always thought it was strange that they served it with ice cream scoop. The spaghetti always looked like tennis balls on my plate. But when I went to take my plate, the lunch lady stopped me. Hey, she said, I just saw you. You already took a lunch. Everyone only gets one. No, I said, I didn't. This is my first time. What? So you might be at the point now where you're thinking, I have no idea what's going on right here. Why in the world is the lunch lady accusing her of trying to take seconds? Did Grace take seconds and I missed it? It's probably not a big deal anyways. But I am confused. Should we keep reading on? If you're screaming at the computer right now telling me no, you are remembering what I said earlier. And that is, I did the exact thing I told you not to do. I knew something was confusing, but instead of fixing it, I was just going to ignore it. Now I'm realizing I need to do something about my confusion, especially because this seems like this could be very important. So, when readers notice that their reading stops making sense, they can do 3 things. You can skim back to a part that you already read and reread it. You can reread that part that didn't make sense, or you can read on. So we're going to try all of these strategies as we have to clean up our reading and make sure we understand. So the one I'm going to use first is skim earlier parts to see if anything makes sense. Did we miss a part where she was already eating spaghetti? Well, this was the chapter where they introduced the setting, because the last chapter, her and Grace and her sister were talking about what they want to be when they grow up and what their hidden talents are and how mom slept in school. I don't remember anything about lunch. So when I read this, I'm looking. She's talking about how they walked down the street to the bus stop. That's not her eating spaghetti already. That she's the only Chinese girl in the whole elementary school. Talking about Taiwan and being Taiwanese, but she's not really Taiwanese or not really Chinese. She doesn't really know what to call herself. Talking about the year of the unicorn here. And I get to that part, the part we just read. So, I don't think I missed anything, readers, that would explain to me why the lunch lady thinks that she already missed lunch. Sometimes these strategies that you might try, like I just did of like skimming back to earlier parts, won't work to help you clear up your confusion. So I did reread, and I didn't see mention of the cafeteria or spaghetti anywhere. So the next thing let's look at, maybe a different strategy. So right now, the other two strategies we could try would be reread the last part, or read on and carry on with my question. So if you're going to reread the last part, make sure that you reread carefully and slowly, and that you can kind of see that you missed something that was important, and it helps you clarify that question. So let's talk about what that question is when we think about reading on and carrying on our question. Our question that I'm confused is, why does the lunch lady think that Grace already had a lunch? So what I would like you to do next, readers, is to look at this page and read on with your question. Why does the lunch lady think Grace already took a lunch? We'll put that up there, and you can pause the video and read that. Make it a little bit larger for you, my friends, so you don't have to squint your eyes. Alright, so you are rereading with the question of why did the lunch lady think Grace already took a lunch? Go ahead and try that strategy now.